Weird.
Hey guys, Camper 15, joining my co-host Red Wolf. We are back with the final episode review for this part of Dr. Stone, because
Mhm.
Dr. Stone will come back in the summertime.
I'm mad this episode got me thinking there's gonna be one more episode after this because of the title after.
Yeah, and then that's basically it. So
Mhm.
no more Dr. Stone till the summertime because it's split into three different parts. So
Mhm.
we get left off on, I guess you could say, a nice ending for now.
Cliffhanger.
Cliffhanger. Our boys gotta go basically distract Stanley while we make revival fluid.
Hmm.
And Stanley looks not to be too happy.
Yeah. After he got tricked, you can see it in his face. Senku, how are you still alive?
Oh yeah,
You can see the bloodlust.
he wants to kill Senku pretty bad. To say that Senku stayed alive, I think he's gonna make sure the next time he gets his hands on him, he's gonna be dead for sure.
Yeah. So as as they say at the end of this episode, they're gonna be playing keep away.
Yes. So, we start the episode where we last left off, and that's Tsukasa confronting Dr. Xeno, and they have him surrounded like as if there was that one moment in Black Clover where they had dude's brother surrounded after he attacked, I think Finral or whatever.
Oh yeah, Longris.
Oh,
His name is Longris.
long
They
grace.
they they, they, they had Asta, Magna, and Luck.
Yeah, so they had that, but we kind of get an introduction to see how they got there. So after digging, they ended up in this cow farm area. I think one of the characters was actually under one of the cow's udders. Ugh.
Y- Oh, yeah. Well,
Uh,
I legit thought that Singa, whatever, what's her name? I forgot.
Rika,
Yeah, Suiga. I legit thought she fell into some kind of,
like the mush that they eat.
yeah. I legit thought that she did, but oh, thank God.
It was actually just corn, so I guess you can say these people are treating cows and farm animals a lot better than what you feed animals on a farm. Because pigs, cows, you just give them slop,
Hmm.
whatever that is.
I guess from an outside perspective, from whenever I see slop on like on the TV or something, when I was little, I legit look at it. Is that tuna? To my eyes when I was a kid, it legit looks like tuna. I was like, is that what they eat tuna?
Well, you're completely wrong. And then
Y-
God, otherwise you'd have the farms fields smelling like tuna, not manure.
Yeah, that is true. But
I will say it's a more bearable stench, but after a while, after smelling tuna, it does start to make you.
says the guy who hates seafood in general.
I used to eat tuna, and then eventually it just became. Oh.
Mhm.
Anyways, they basically raid into the base, and they see two guards protecting um door that Dr. Zeno is. Now, Suika, she kind of reads in on this. She basically does her best Sonic impersonation, bounces like she typically does. Again, the how that happens, I don't know. I'm just gonna throw it out there. But she's doing the bouncing. It distracts one guard, and they take out the other guard fairly easily, right? And they make him pass out. So then that's when how they managed to get to Zeno, and Zeno was absolutely shocked, and he's like, "Well, you may have got me here, but your friends are captured by Stanley, so that ain't gonna change a damn thing what you do here." And they're just like, Okay, that's fine. We'll just take you with us. You're a hostage.
In other words, the only way is forward.
So they basically tie up Dr. Xeno. And also he kind of takes an interest in Chrome. Now they start the alarm starts going off right off in the base. So you're using the dig tunnel or the tunnel that they dug to get away. And the thing is they gotta hurry up. Now, they got this big ass bomb, right? What exactly happens when they unleash this big ass bomb?
Well, an eruption obviously comes out of the ground. It was intended to push obviously the vehicle that Chrome and Xeno are in out through the other tunnel, but obviously it didn't go their way, and they basically got buried in between two walls.
Yes.
Hmm.
Very smart. Anyways, they're trapped. So Chrome is trying to build out Dr. Xeno and himself from getting trapped, and because on the other side, the other group is actually they're actually coming in to try to do it, and they're like, okay, we'll go on the other side and we'll go kill them, right? But then the one black doctor dude, I forgot, I don't know his name. He becomes the diplomatic right guy. So he basically is like, no, stop right there. There's no point in doing that because that's just wasting time. We need to basically dig our way through. And you actually have an interesting conversation between Chrome and Dr. Xeno. Dr. Xeno is seeing Chrome and how smart he is, and he's like, so you were never petrified. Why don't you come work for me?
And he goes on with his typical speech of science is power and we should use it to dominate the globe, and he even explains how he is stuck up with all the meatheads out there just using their muscles and not seeing like the true potential of humanity and stuff. And Chrome goes on to say stuff like, well, you're not wrong there. There's Magna, and I don't really get what he wants, but you know what? What's it to me what he wants? Just let them be what they want to do. And yeah, Zeno's just listening to he's surprised by his response.
Yes, and basically he works to dig out, and him and Taiju basically connect. So they managed to get Dr. Xeno out without getting captured and everything. They get back to the area, and that's when they give a call to Senku. Now, I was watching the episode first. I'm like, wait, why are they using the phone lines? Like, isn't everybody in the ship captured right now? No, actually, Senku and Ryusei had another phone box on them, right? And basically, that's when they show up and everything. And Dr. Xeno sees Senku for the first time in years. And he's just like,
yeah, apparently he's happy.
Dr. Senku. So you actually have a conversation between Senku and Dr. Xeno, which is quite shocking. They kind of just catch up with what's been happening, and he tells him well, I was that kid that sent you those messages all those years ago when I was only freaking in, I think he said 7th grade or something.
Yes, 7th grade or 3rd grade. I don't
Yeah,
know.
third or 7th grade. And what does Dr. Xeno reply to Senku's statements about that and everything?
What did he say? I forgot.
Don't ask me. It's been a while since I've seen the episode.
Oh, for the love of God, Cameron.
I'm sorry, but anyways, Senku basically is like, we're gonna bring back 1,000 people or 1,000,000 people. We're here to bring the planet back. Obviously, Dr. Xeno, he's just like, no, that's not my thing. And that's when they come up with a plan. And they're like, you know what? Let's come up with an ideal plan. So we're gonna do it to where we're going to kind of play diplomatic immunity, relationships, right? So he basically calls in and wants to form an alliance. And it's the fact that, okay, we're only here for the corn. Like, we're not here for anything else. Like, we're just here for the corn to make more revival fluid. Which, funny enough, he actually gives them the formula.
Yeah. Yeah. Negotiations.
So he straight up gives them the formula of how to make the revival fluid, and he basically is like, "Listen, let's make a treaty, and the deal is, if you let us, you use your corn and everything, we can make more revival fluid to bring more people back from their petrified states." Now the one black dude is like, interesting, but what's in it for us? And Senku's like, oh, you don't need to worry about that. We'll just do that. So basically, you have it to where the conversations with the news girl and everything, and Nikki, and basically it's kind of the whole thing of like, well, for this diplomatic thing to go on, well, they gotta speak English, and some characters are like, well, I don't know how to speak English too well, and even the freaking news girl, I forgot her name. She says, well, I know a little English. So so they have this diplomatic, like, conversation. And the dude's kind of backing down. He's like, well, what's the point? I don't see any point within it. What's in it for us? And eventually the girl doesn't know what she's doing, but Nikki, she just is like, oh, who the hell cares? We're here for a reason. This is what we're going to do. And if you don't like it, well, then I'm going to kick your ass, essentially. And the dude's like, oh, okay, fine. We'll do this your way. Nikki being very hostile worked.
Yeah, and now we're seeing this guy's images of two presidents shaking hands. Apparently he's gonna be president in the future.
I'm guessing it's foreshadowing that maybe at some point Nikki's gonna be like, I guess, a world leader or something. I guess that's the way they want to make it sound. He also does say, like, I like your style.
The first woman president. Imagine.
I'm not gonna bring shit up like that, okay?
No, I'm just talking in the show only. Come on, don't take it like that.
Dude does say, I like your style. I don't know if anybody wants to ship them. I guess, even though she's still young, but personally, I ship Nikki with Ukio.
For me, it's too soon to be shipping her with anybody yet. I don't really know.
But that's the thing. So the plan comes together. Now, we do also, as we come back to the ship, now, you have it to where the other bodyguard of Luna shows up, and he's like, oh, Stanley, I was watching these dudes. And then he sees Luna, like, tied up and everything. And he's like, Miss Luna! And then eventually, like, he deduces that she has a boyfriend now, which is Senku, and he's like, okay, I'm freeing you. Also, they free Francois. So Francois goes with them, as well as Kasuki, our lovely old man builder, right? So they free those two. They eventually show up and meet with Senku, right? And the others. And it's funny because you have it to where Luna gets this fantasy where she's like, oh, Senku's gonna praise me and he's gonna do all this. Like, oh, you're just a perfect girlfriend. You did what I told you to do.
Well, he did compliment her. Not that way.
He did compliment her. Not in that way, but hey, it was something where she's like, oh.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I don't know if Senku and Luna is going to be endgame. I guess if it's fine, if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen, but we'll see.
Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure Senku X Kohaku fans are gonna be disappointed, though.
I know. I'm still a Senku X Kohaku shipper. But I guess I want to be mad with Luna. She is pretty thick.
Listen, but I thought you were gonna say Luna's pretty cute. Not pretty.
Am I wrong, though?
Next question.
There we go. See, I'm not wrong. Anyways. This is when we get the frontal assault or the distraction happening, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what exactly happens here?
Um. Well, we see. Well, first off, we see Stanley pissed. Like as we said, right now he's going. Senku, how are you still alive? And we see the ship like going down the stream, and Stanley's cigar legit falls out of his mouth, and he gets ready to shoot and stuff. And Senko and the others right now, they're all ducked and covered right now. And but Yuzuriha is seeing all this, and she even sees the the deactivated petrification device, and she starts whispering to the others, and then they start to act like they're panicking. Oh, it's a petrification device. We're all screwed and all that stuff, and that causes all the Stanley's underlings to like dive underwater and panic.
Even though that wouldn't save them.
Yeah, that wouldn't save them, but they fell for it nonetheless.
Well, then again, if you're in a panic state where you're trying to save your own life, you're not gonna think straight because you're trying to preserve yourself. Like, let's be honest. I know this happens a lot in America, right? And I still don't condone shit. But if you're in like a public shooting incident, you're not gonna give a fuck about the person standing right next to you. You're gonna be worried about your own damn life.
Yes, the Stanley is the only one there, like keeping cool and calm while he's shooting at the boat. He shoots the petrification device up, and yeah, and this is when he sees. So that's your plan. Then there was never a petrification device to begin with. Uh, he basically, yeah, it was all fake and all that stuff.
So yeah, essentially what the plan is that they're going to take the boat and they're going to basically play cat and mouse. They're the mouse, Stanley's the cat. And basically while they have Xeno, they're going to use him as a hostage and play keep away. Well, essentially Stanley's going to be on their asses, chasing them. And basically their whole mission, Senku's mission, or his whole thing is they're going to stall so then they can have the group there in America make revival fluid enough to bring back up basically 1 million people, right? While Stanley's catching them. And the thing is, they're actually going to South America. Which I'm just like, okay. Alright, South America it is. Fine.
Yeah, but not before they say their goodbyes to the group that they separated from.
Yeah, they basically realize like they can't take everybody. And they realize, well, the big part of the plan is we got to go our own separate ways and we got to split up from them. Well, eventually if we overcome this, we'll meet back up with everybody, but we got to be apart. So they're doing the One Piece special.
Yeah. That remind me of the One Piece special. Every time it happens in One Piece, I'm like,
That was you and Egghead. You thought they got all the way back together again, only for them to be split up.
Just to get separated again.
And you already know what's going to happen after Egghead's done. They're going to be back together again, and then maybe the next arc they get split back up again.
I guess it can't be too mad. It does make things more interesting. They each have their own separate battles and stuff.
That is true. That is true. That is facts. You're speaking facts.
Ah, well.
Yes. So that's basically it. Now, you have it where Chrome tries to step out, but then he was like, I want to do that if I were you, because are you trying to get shot? And Chrome is like, well, I don't care. Now, personally, if you ask me, I would not step outside if I know somebody could shoot me. But to each his own. He stands out there. He basically does, again, another One Piece homage, sticking the hands up in the air. And then you just have it to where Taiju, he kind of realizes the whole fact of like, oh shit, I won't be seeing Yuzuriha for probably a long time. Shit. Well, he gets up there and he's just like, ah!
Yeah, he just shouts out with deep emotion. I promise we will see each other again.
Yes, and everybody can hear him. Everything. Stanley was in mode to like shoot them, but I guess you can say he just drops his aim because he hears it. Maybe also in shock that I guess they got the better of him this time.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, and that's where Senku makes the declaration. We're going to South America, and that's where the episode ends off for the first half of season 4.
Until further notice.
So further notice. But again, like my friend said, they gave us a next episode preview. I at first when I was watching this shit, I'm like, wait, are we getting another episode next week? But then I watched somebody else's review and they said, yeah, we're done for the season. This was the last episode of this part.
Man,
So we'll just have to wait for the summertime because I think that's when it says it's coming back. And yeah, but solid conclusion. Solid conclusion. It was kind of emotional to see the group split up with each other in Taiji, basically kind of give that last hurrah yell and everything. Because technically, for him, he don't know if he'll ever see Yuzuriha again. Because who knows if like maybe he doesn't know if like they'll harm her. Shit, he doesn't even know if he'll come back to her alive.
yeah, they're still in enemy territory, technically.
And they are captured.
Hmm.
Now, well, actually, the one dude, the one black guy, he's actually made a truce with them, so I don't think they'll harm them. Because remember, they
Yeah.
made that deal. But I guess in Taiju's case, he doesn't know if he's going to come back alive to see Yuzuriha, because Stanley's going to be on their asses. And they're going to South America, so we'll definitely see what's going to go there. I'm just gonna expect the craziness of the craziness to happen. So I'm just gonna call this out now as prediction. I would not be shocked if there's gonna be new potential characters, maybe antagonists in South America, but I'm just gonna throw it out.
Hmm. They've been doing
Typically, when we go, since really, we started going to other places, we've been getting these antagonists in these other countries.
that. Hmm.
And typically, they're evil people. Now, does that mean at some point we're gonna have it to where if Stanley catches up, he's gonna have to work together, for the greater good to defeat a common enemy? I'm guessing, which was actually my prediction to begin with, anyways, for the entire whole point. Maybe Xeno and Senku have to come together, let bygones be bygones to defeat one common enemy.
Maybe.
So, we'll see. But they got a good group with them heading to South America. And we'll definitely see what's going to happen next. But overall, I enjoyed this first half of season 4. It was really damn good. A lot of plot twist. A lot of plot twist.
Yeah, a lot. You think that the enemy is winning, but then all of a sudden the heroes make a comeback and etc.
So yeah, dare I say, so far, I know we still haven't finished the season. Dare I say, so far, going to season 4, is this the best season of Dr. Stone in your opinion?
I'd say it is. I'd say it is.
So there you go. There you heard it from my friend's mouth. I would agree with that too. I would agree with that. Again, we got 2 more parts of Dr. Stone before the show is officially over. But yeah, can't wait to see what we got next. But if you guys like the video, leave a like, put in the comment section your thoughts, hit that subscribe button if you want to get more Dr. Stone or other anime contents. I know we got some animes we got to review for the next season of anime, which I'm looking very much excited to. The next big anime that we're going to be reviewing is the last episode of Solo Leveling.
Mm-hmm.
Which that episode review will be delayed because I got to work on Saturday. So it'll be later in the day for Saturday and things like that.
I don't know if I'll be working on Saturday, but yeah, same here.
Well, I'll be working till 1 p.m. anyway, so. But there's that, and then obviously, I guess the next big review series we got that we both excited for is Fire Force Season 3. Finally! So, there's that. But anyways, look forward to those things. Plug your channel.
And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'm getting close. I'm getting close to 100 subs, guys. Like 8 more subscribers to go. Just 8 more. And let me know. Let me know down in the comments below. What gameplays would you like to see more on the channel? Because right now I'm doing DNF Duel, working my way up in the ranks there. But yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Now, while my good friend here sleeps, I'll take care of yourselves and are you gonna talk?
No, go ahead. Take us out.
Yes, just subscribe to the channel, guys, and be safe out there, and look out for yourselves and each other. Peace.